WJBF and our partners continue to champion local families through our Children First campaign. Together, we hope to strengthen our community by uplifting children across the CSRA. To learn more, visit WJBF.com/Children First. The Coffee Club on News Channel 6, sponsored by Brown Electric.
Get clear, accurate stories that don't waste your time at WJBF.com.
Now on News Channel 6 at 5, runoff election night in Georgia.
We'll have a breakdown of the top races as your News at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means.
And I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with voters in Augusta making their final. It is time now for a check of the weather.
Our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci, joins us.
Well, a bit of a rainy day, but it's all very light activity, and you can see that here on Live Viper 6. Places like Augusta and Aiken are currently dry. We did have some morning showers today, though, and all of this rain is still pushing off towards the east. So right now, it's just our western and southern line counties seeing rain, but more of us will see that later on this evening. It's all going to be very light, though, and you can see today so far all across the Augusta Metro, Columbia, Aiken County, under a tenth of an inch of rainfall. But as we move down to some of our southwestern counties, up to 0.38 inches there around the border of Emmanuel and Johnson counties. So some pockets of up to around a quarter of an inch to half an inch, but overall nothing too significant today. It's definitely a cloudy one as we take a look across the CSRA on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview network. And as for the temperatures, it's cooler than yesterday, and even yesterday was a cooler day, but now we're about 10 to 15 degrees lower than those temperatures yesterday. So a lot of us in the 70s, 75 in Thompson, 76 in Millen, Aiken at 78 and 77 in Augusta. Still very muggy with dew points in the 60s and 70s. And you can see here on satellite and radar that we have a lot going on. So we have this low pressure system that is bringing the widespread rain and some storms across the southeast. And then we also have this area of low pressure, which is actually potential tropical cyclone 1. And that could develop into our first tropical storm of the season. And that will bring us some minor impacts as we go into the end of the week from the remnants of that tropical system. I'll have more details on that coming up, but back to you, Brad.
Jenna, thanks. A former Lincoln County commissioner is stepping down.
We have some light rain showers tonight and then a few storms in the forecast tomorrow. Then we have issued a Viper 6 alert day for Thursday due to the chance of severe weather and some gusty winds. Also, rain and storms possible again Friday. So a lot going on, and I'll break it all down for you when we return.
The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app.
Knock, knock.
I'm in here, sweetheart.
And how's my favorite gardener?
Oh, my knee's been too much trouble lately.
Well, luckily you married my second favorite gardener, huh?
Did I ever tell you how I proposed in this very room 50 years ago this week?
Didn't he drop your ring?
Rolled right under the couch.
Okay, everything looks good. Just one last thing.
You remember?
You're not just inviting us into your home. You're inviting us into your life.
This right here is what...
If you're not regularly treating your septic tank, you're risking a backup and significant repairs. Use Rid-X once a month. Simply add and flush to reduce monthly waste buildup by up to 20% and help prevent backups. Try Rid-X. It's Chloe's last ride on 3 wheels before her first big kid bike. And it's Tiffany's first day as Director of Retail Operations. It's the last dance before Taylor heads off to college. And Tiara's first day of culinary training at Helms College. When you donate items to Goodwill, you help provide education, skills training, and career services for people seeking to realize their potential. And the things you loved get to start a new life too. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
Next, E.T. Only one show can take you to the set of The Odyssey. Plus, inside Lisa Vanderpump's new Sin City Hotel. Then, Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers are spilling the E.T. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7:30 on News Channel 6. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. It's a very cloudy day with cool cooler temperatures and some light rainfall. So we've been dealing with on and off light rain since early this morning. We've had some steadier downpours at times, especially down in our southwestern counties, but now all of this activity is very, very light. And luckily we are dodging all of the severe storms. Those are currently around Tallahassee and Florida, and then to the south and west of us around the Gulf Coast in Louisiana, a lot of flash flooding already happening, and that's also down in Texas, closer to the center of potential tropical cyclone 1, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But right now on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam, dense cloud cover here in Thompson, 77 degrees, feeling like 79. Still muggy with dew points in the 60s, and we have a west-southwest wind of 7 miles per hour. So temperatures are in the 70s across the board today, and for tomorrow it will be a little bit warmer. We're forecasting mid-80s, and there will be a little bit of sunshine here and there. Think of a typical summertime day tomorrow where we'll see some isolated showers and storms during the afternoon. Not a complete washout, rain chances just at 40%. Now those rain chances are going to be on the rise Thursday and Friday, up to 70%, and then we start to dry out over the weekend. So here's the latest on the tropics. We have potential tropical cyclone 1. Winds are at 30 miles per hour, and this is in southern Texas. You can see a lot of rain associated with this system, and then of course we also have that low pressure system. So those two things combined are making for that very wet setup across the southeast. So here's the latest track. You can see it is expected to make it to a tropical depression strength later on tonight, right off the coast of southern Texas, and then eventually moving up past Houston and making landfall potentially as a tropical storm. Still not a guarantee on that. If it does become our first named storm, that would be Arthur, but it's possible it could move in as just a tropical depression or just become an area of low pressure, and that's what's expected by the time it gets into central Louisiana. This will just be what we consider the remnants of this system. So nothing to panic about when it comes to the tropics directly impacting us, but we are going to have some rain. This is our future cast tonight. You can see those light showers continuing to move further towards the east into the CSRA, but by around 11 o'clock tonight, we're seeing just very isolated light showers, a little bit of rain tomorrow morning, and then like I mentioned, we'll see some sunshine later on. That'll help to warm us up, and then we'll have those pop-up showers and storms into the afternoon. Then we're dry on Wednesday night, and the start of Thursday is looking dry as well, but we will see the clouds move in. It will be pretty breezy, and then once we get later into day on the day on Thursday, this is 4 o'clock, it's these cells here where we'll have to watch for some damaging wind gust potential and the isolated threat of a brief spin-up tornado. Now, it's possible that this could continue into Thursday night and Friday morning, and it all depends on what happens with the remnants of this potential tropical system. So here's our look across the southeast Thursday at 8 a.m. You can see it really just explodes here into this mess of widespread rain and storms, and this is going to approach the area as we get into Thursday afternoon, once again, possibly continuing into Thursday night. So that's the remnants of that tropical system, but then we also have a cold front on the way, and that's going to bring some additional showers and storms as we go into our Friday, lasting into Friday evening. So how much rain are we talking? Well, the significant flooding threat is going to be in western Georgia down to the Gulf Coast, but here in the CSRA, we could have some pockets of up to around 2.5 inches of rain, and we're also going to have those gusty winds. You can see wind gusts possibly getting up to around 35 miles per hour, some isolated gusts a little bit higher than that for a Thursday night, but then I am expecting the winds to settle down as we get into Friday. So our 10-day forecast showing that alert day on Thursday, then by Saturday and Sunday, rain chances go down significantly, so a mostly dry weekend, and it will be hot again with highs back to around 90.
All right, thank you, Jenna.
Up next, a missing wallet found decades later.
How it was returned to its rightful owner after the break.
Tomorrow.
My husband was in a pretty serious accident, which led to my husband actually passing away, which was very hard on our family.
I was 16 years old. It was incredibly traumatic.
Being able to take the burden off of you guys to handle the legal aspect at least gave you all a chance to kind of get through those first several years.
Austin and his team fought to the end. I'm so thankful that I found Austin.
If you've lost a loved one because of someone else's negligence, call Austin Jackson.
The WJBF Scholar Athlete Awards honor high school students from around the CSRA for outstanding achievements, both on the athletic field and in the classroom.
I'm Jim Sigg with Revamp of Augusta. Scholar athletes get the job done on the field, but more importantly, in the classroom. We encourage you to nominate a deserving high school senior athlete today. Here's how.
To nominate, go to WJBF.com and click Scholar Athlete Award under the Sports tab.
Tub Doctor. Turn your tub into a shower in as little as 2 days.
Gulf Bar and Grill, handcrafted margaritas.
New mimosas and authentic Mexican food.
Come by today.
Augusta RV, locally owned, family run and operated. We know how to treat our customers right.
Hi, this is Pete Christensen with Taylor BMW. Please come see me to test drive the ultimate driving machine.
Fish Street Pest Control, Augusta's pest, wildlife, and moisture control expert since 1976.
Check out our new mobile app. Just look up what you want, show your phone. It's easy.
A remarkable story out of California. A man now has his wallet back after he lost it nearly 30 years ago.
Rowena Shattuck spoke to the owner and the kayaker who found the long-lost wallet.
Dean got his wallet back right there. Right on.
This was the happy day last week when Carmichael resident Dean Tormey was reunited with his long-lost wallet.
You get a time capsule you never knew you planted. It's amazing.
Kayaker Lloyd Coward found the wallet 2 Sundays ago, got a hold of his buddy Carl Bly, who runs the Facebook group American River Lost and Found, and posted about it online.
That was the one thing that really hit me when a person from Idaho, sent my wife a text, and my wife comes over. I just got this text, and it reads, Dean, did you lose a wallet 29 years ago on the American River? And I'm looking at the pictures, and these 2 faded pieces of paper, but they were written on there, and it's my wife's handwriting, no doubt. And all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. I'm back in time. I remember those pictures in my wallet, and oh wow.
Dean believes he lost his wallet while fly fishing in the area. 29 years later,
we go up Hay Sailor Bar, then back down Gaiety Park, or River Bend Park. And I was just towards the end where the river splits in 3 ways. I just saw something square. It had things growing out of it. It was in that much water, and it was packed full of silt. I couldn't get any of the cards out.
So Lloyd went over to his buddy Carl, who was able to pull a Wells Fargo card out with an expiration date of 1996.
We both were kind of like, is it possible this wallet was in the river that long? So yeah, 29 years.
Carl says that's the record right now for the longest something's been lost and returned. Both Lloyd and Carl have made some amazing discoveries in the river over the years. Just today, Carl found a cell phone wallet combo, which went wayward just yesterday. The phone is still charged, and the owner's already been contacted.
There's kind of a spirit in the river. Everybody who's on the river, they're kind of kindred souls. Everybody's out there to have a good time, and if you can help somebody have a good time or turn their bad moment into a good memory, that's really the goal.
Nice ending there.
Yeah, way to go.
That does it for us this half hour, but we have more coverage you can count on at 5:30.
Including early voting starting tomorrow in South Carolina. What you need to know next.
I'll see one at the intersection.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping today's local headlines, voters in Augusta are headed to the polls to choose who will lead the city for the next 4 years. The runoff matches incumbent Garnett Johnson against challenger Stephen Kendrick in a rematch of their 2022 mayoral race. Johnson led the May primary with 42% of the vote, while Kendrick followed with 35%. And former Augusta mayoral candidate Dr. Lori Miles is suing the Augusta Commission and state and local voting officials. She alleges those involved with the May 119th primary destroyed absentee ballots and eliminated them from the overall vote count. We'll have these headlines and more at 6. But first, coverage you can count on continues with South Carolina preparing for runoff elections that begin tomorrow. Taylor Farmer has more on what you need to know before heading to the polls.
What are the most watched content?
The COVID-19 pandemic brought a new wave of gun ownership, resulting in more than 11 million new gun owners. Alex Stone reports.
While the pandemic boost in gun purchases has now leveled out to pre-pandemic trends, the impact still lingers. For For the first time, the concept of the American gun owner is more diverse than ever. 19% of gun owners are now women, 25% identify as black, and over 45% are under the age of 45. Almost 8 million new gun owners brought guns into households that previously were not exposed to guns before the COVID-19 pandemic, according to a new CDC report. This means an additional 9 million adults and over 6 million more children have been exposed to guns that are now in their households. With an estimated 400 million guns in circulation in the U.S., the risk of injury due to guns is also increasing. If you do keep a gun in your home, there are things you can do to stay safe. Proper gun storage is essential. Keep your firearms in a locked box with ammunition kept separately, especially if you live with children. With this Medical Minute, I'm Alex Stone.
A popular antidepressant is being recalled because it may contain elevated levels of a cancer-causing substance. Thousands of bottles of duloxetine and delayed-release capsules are being voluntarily recalled by Breckenridge Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. The pills are commonly used to treat depression, anxiety, and fibromyalgia. The recall impacts nearly 370,000 bottles of the prescription-only medication.
And here's some more on our Live Viper 6 neighborhood network powered by Tempest. You can see those current temperatures are in the lower 70s. This is Jefferson County. Dew point's also still around 70. We have a southwest wind. And notice Pine Tucky Road. We picked up 0.4 inches of rain, so approaching the half-inch mark there. I'll have more on the rain we'll see the rest of this week after what's trending.
Isn't it? My husband was in a pretty serious accident, which led to my husband actually passing away, which was very hard on our family.
I was 16 years old. It was incredibly traumatic.
Being able to take the burden off of you guys to handle the legal aspect at least gave you all a chance to kind of get through those first several years.
Austin and his team fought to the end. I'm so thankful that I found Austin.
If you've lost a loved one because of someone else's negligence, call Austin Jackson.
Good Morning Augusta, weekday mornings on News Channel 6.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time now for a look at what's trending. And, you know, every now and then we try to do something a little different and bring in different people to interview about what they are doing in life. And today with me, I have Dr. Tiffany Townsend, who is going to talk about a book that she has out right now. And she is joining me here today live in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
And you have a book out called Weathering the Storm. Let's talk about your book.
Yes. The book is really focused on this landscape that we're in politically right now, where social justice seems to be under attack. And so, you know, in the midst of this storm, and we're about to celebrate Juneteenth, I thought it was only fitting for us to have a discussion about what this looks like and how we can come to this. Thank you.
Don't go away. You're welcome. Don't go away. We have Jenna's full broadcast coming up next.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. It's a bit of a rainy day with dense cloud cover as we start out with Live Viper 6, tracking those light showers in Burke County down to the southern half of our viewing area. And notice this that just popped up. This is an aerial flood watch, and it's not just for tonight, but that actually goes all the way until Saturday morning, 2 a.m., and that stretches far off towards the west and south as well. We have flooding concerns this week, and we're already seeing that across Louisiana and Texas. Flash flood warnings. We've had severe storms earlier around the Florida Panhandle, so a lot going on. But this is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview network across the CSRA, very cloudy and damp. We're sitting at 74 degrees. We have a southwest wind of 6 miles per hour. Dew points around 70, and those temperatures are definitely much cooler today in the 70s across the board. So definitely getting some heat relief. Now tomorrow it will be a little bit warmer. We'll see some sunshine as we get into the afternoon with high temperatures getting into the mid 80s. And tomorrow won't be a washout, just a 40% chance of rain, but I'm keeping a very close eye on potential flooding concerns Thursday and Friday, as we will be tracking potential tropical cyclone 1, which could end up becoming the first named storm of the 2026 hurricane season. So right now this is an area of low pressure around Corpus Christi and Texas, bringing widespread rain and some storms to the Texas and Louisiana coastline. So let's take a look at the track of this storm. It's still uncertain if this will become our first named storm Arthur, but either way it will be moving inland, and then from there it will become just remnants, and this will just be a broad area of low pressure, and still uncertain exactly where it will go, if that will go directly over the CSRA or up towards the north. But regardless, it's very likely that it will be bringing us some rain. So let's talk about the rain tonight first. We will still see some widespread light showers till around 10 o'clock. Starting to break apart later on around 11, and then some lingering showers into our Wednesday morning. Some heavy downpours here and there, and some weaker thunderstorms possible Wednesday afternoon, but not expecting any significant flooding concerns or severe weather. We're going to be cloudy and dry on Thursday morning, and then once we get into the afternoon, that's when that Viper 6 alert day goes into effect for the possibility of severe weather here, along with gusty winds even outside of storms. But within some of these storms, we could have damaging wind gusts and some brief and weak spin-up tornadoes, which is always a concern when it comes to areas of low pressure like this. So don't think of it as a tropical system. You can see how disorganized it is Thursday at 8 a.m., but it will be combining with some upper-level systems moving through, and that's really going to allow this to become a widespread rain with some pockets of those stronger storms. So this is what we're going to be watching Thursday afternoon into Friday morning. Now, the heavier threat of flooding and stronger storms will be focused around Alabama and the coastline, and then we'll also have to watch on Friday. A cold front will be moving through, and Friday does look to be the day of lesser impacts. However, some storms will be possible then as well. So the major flooding threat is more so around western Georgia down to the coastline, but here in the CSRA, we could have some pockets of up to around 2.5 inches of rain, especially in some of those western counties that once again are under that flood watch for Thursday and Friday, expiring at 2 a.m. on Saturday. And like I mentioned, it will be breezy even outside of storms, wind gusts up to around 30 to 35 miles per hour. We could have some pockets of higher wind gusts up to around 40 to 50 miles per hour, and then the winds are going to settle down on Friday. But on Thursday, we have that marginal risk of severe weather for damaging wind gusts, and once again, some brief and weak spin-up tornadoes. So Viper 6 alert day on Thursday, still that chance of rain and storms on Juneteenth. And then on Father's Day, we're starting to dry out and heating up with sunshine, 90 degrees. And we'll be right back.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We built this firm to be everywhere for everyone. We built this firm for you. Today, we have over 1,100 lawyers across all 50 states, a staff of 7,000. So there is someone there for you 24/7. When you're hurting, it shouldn't be a matter of where you live. You deserve someone to fight for you. When you need us, our firm will be there. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
It's fun doing the impossible, and tonight
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
The live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on for the entire CSRA.
Well, there's a barnyard paternity drama. A couple was happy to learn their sheep named Ramona was pregnant, but were confused because they never saw her with their ram named Russell. When baby Clara was born, things got more confusing. It became an animal version of Maury because Clara looked more like the farmer's goat, Kurev, instead of Russell. If Clara's a sheep, goat hybrid, or Jeep, she will be rare as most do not survive birth. Some followers on social media have suggested a GoFundMe to find out who is the father of Clara. One thing is, she's a cutie though. But who is father? What secrets have been hiding out in the barnyard? That's our time for now. We'll have more coming up next At 6, with coverage you can count on continuing with Georgia voters casting their ballots for runoff elections. We'll take a look at the turnout of local polling stations up next with Brad and Jenny. Stay tuned.
Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.
Turn your porch or patio into the best room of the house. Save 30% right now with patio enclosures. Make every season your favorite season. Call 866-496-4449 today. Hurry, this offer ends soon.
Busby's Heating and Air Conditioning is feeding families one checkup at a time. Through our partnership with Golden Harvest Food Bank, we donate 25 meals for every system checkup we complete. Regular system checks help you avoid costly breakdowns. Busby's, your Carrier Factory authorized dealer. When quality matters, call Busby's, family owned and trusted since 1945. Feeding families one checkup at a time, because Busby's cares.
Buying a home can be a huge financial obligation.